Hey guys, how are you? My name is Anna. I am a makeup artist here in New York City, and I wanted to show you how to create a hair look. Actually, this is probably the first hair look that I've had on my YouTube channel, but it's really easy. I got a lot of requests from my Instagram stories on how to create this hair look. And if you know, I am not a hairstylist, so I need things that are really fast, really easy, and kind of create a look. So with this sort of wavy, Cher, Kim Kardashian inspired look, I hope that you are also able to recreate it at home with some basic styling tools that you may already own. I promise that I will continue to do makeup videos. That's actually my New Year's resolution for 2019, is to get back on YouTube. But I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who continues to ask about my YouTube videos or tune into my live videos. I really appreciate it. And stay tuned for more. Let's start 2019 off with a bang. All right, thanks for watching. Okay, so to start this look off, all you're going to need is a curling iron. This is about a 1 or 1.5 inch size curling iron. It's got a clamp to it. It's just a basic curling iron that I got from Dwayne Reed. And then also you're going to need a straightener to help smooth it out a little bit and also kind of flatten it so it's not quite as wavy. And I just have a ponytail holder just to kind of wrap up my hair, as well as the a brush. So I am going to show you what the first one will look like. And so basically I'm just getting about like 1 inch worth of hair. And you're going to take your curling iron, let's see here, and just give like one kind of slight bend. Hold it for about 5 seconds, and then you're going to take it out. So you can already see that we've got a little bend happening. You're going to go and flip it to the other side. So I moved the curling iron and now the clamp is facing up. Hold it for about 5 seconds so you can already see. And then I'm going to alternate and keep repeating. So I just, where the there starts to be like, there's a dip, and then that's when you want to kind of go with the flow of the hair to create another bend. So now the clamp is facing down. Hold for 5 seconds. You can already see this like really nice movement happening in the hair. So reclamp. I like to kind of slightly overlap the little crease so that way it's not really showing. And then we're going to just keep repeating it until we get all the way to the end. It's actually really fast, and I do recommend that you straighten your hair first, because I have a lot of hair, so my hair can get super fluffy really fast. But you don't need a waver, it's just really easy. As I move down to the tips of my hair, I actually hold it for like 3 seconds so that way it doesn't fry it too much. And then the last one, I just kind of like to leave it a little outward. So this is how that wave turned out. So you can already see it's got a nice even set. And then I'm just going to continue that. I'll do both front pieces so you can see. So again, oh, I should not have put lip gloss on. Really easy. You're going to start clamping your hair. Give a slight bend, hold for 5 seconds, depending on your hair type. Kind of hold it as you take it out, and then you're going to flip it over. You might have to go over certain sections just to get the waviness that you want. Same thing, turn it around, flip it. So you're kind of doing one of these types of, you're doing like a movement. It's also important to hold the hair so that way you're kind of giving it an upward push so it's sort of setting as it dries. So you can already see this wave happening. I like to actually keep the wave set in place before I start to run my fingers through. So we're just gonna keep that and move on to the next piece of hair. I normally will actually lift up the hair and do it section by section, but just for the sake of the video, you know to alternate. So same thing, you take like about an inch of hair. There we go. And you also want to keep it pretty consistent. So I'm gonna cut this in half actually. I'll just work for the top, from the top. So we're just going to add to the crown of the hair and kind of pull outward. Hopefully you can see. The spaces in between each section, you want to try to keep it symmetrical to the previous sections that you did. So the bend in the new section of hair should line up to the bend of the previous section. See, it lines up pretty well. If there's a little crease, that's okay, because when you flip it over, it irons it out. It's also important to keep the iron pretty parallel to the floor. If you have it angled, it's just going to create more of an angled crease. So you can see I have two sections of hair going on. It's really easy. It adds a really nice texture and a little bit of interest to the hair because there is a slight bend. You'll see once it dries, then we'll kind of smooth it out. Oops, sorry, the lighting's a little weird. But you'll see once it dries or once it sets, we'll smooth it out. So I'm going to continue to do this on the other side. So again, starting it upward so it gives you some volume at the root of your hair. So you're going upward and giving a little bit of a gentle pull. Hold for 5 seconds. Keep the bar parallel to the floor. And then you want to hold that so that it kind of sets. And then we alternate. Okay, so you can see that we have waves on both sides, so I'm going to continue to go around my full hair. My hair is naturally more like a textured, wavy, curly, so that's why I straighten my hair first, so that way I get a little bit more control and a smoothness. And then I go over with the straightener again, just so that it doesn't look like as styled. So I'm just going to repeat the process. Sorry about this lighting. I don't really have a lighting setup. Okay, so as you can see, we just finished, I waved my full head. You can see that the waves, like, they're not too deep. I think that really depends on the width of the curling iron that you are using. Like I said, mine is like a 1.5 inch, I'm not really sure. So the waves aren't too tremendous. And so because I like more of a relaxed style in hair, no matter what, I don't like things that are too overly done for an everyday look or when I go out because I just don't feel like myself. I like to just have my straightener on hand, and the straightener is going to help kind of relieve some of this bounce, but it's still going to leave that nice texture. So I'm just going to grab a section of hair and just kind of run it through. So it sort of flattens it out a little bit, doesn't keep it as styled, but just gives this really nice texture. And then just like a little bit on the ends. So I will continue to go all the way around my hair, but just so that you can see the difference, it's not quite as formed as the side, as you can see. Hopefully you can see it. The lighting is playing tricks on me. But this is a little bit more my style because it's a little bit more relaxed. So I just did a center part, go through. If you don't like how it turned out, don't worry, you can always go back to your curling iron and re-clamp on certain sections to get a little bit more of a rivet in your hair. And I'll just keep going all the way through until I get, so you can see I'm not like fully holding on the straightening iron. So after that, I'm actually gonna put this on pause so I can finish the rest of my hair, and then I'll show you how I set it and finish it. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to do just to get a little bit more dimension and shine from the style, as well as making it look sort of sealed, is to use, this is my favorite finishing cream. Hopefully you can see, let's see if I can focus. It is from the Way. It is called the Finishing Cream. It's a really nice sort of a creamy consistency. You only use a little bit, and I like to use it from the root all the way through. It's so lightweight, so it doesn't like weigh down your hair whatsoever, but I'll just kind of pull it through, and what it's doing is it's grabbing all the tiny little frizzy hair or like the loose hair that's just not like forming or setting, and it just kind of binds it all together, but still gives this really smooth softness. Hopefully you can see. I still think it gives like a little bit of that definition. So now, and it makes your hair smell really, really good and not like you fried it in your styling tools. As you can see, this is a really easy way to go with that Cher, Kim K inspirations, a little bit 70s. It embraces a really nice curve, a really nice wave, and it's super easy to do. And it just adds a little texture rather than the usual kind of barrel wave or a straight hair effect. So this would be how I would wear it. I don't know. What are your thoughts?